Well, good evening, everybody. So, tonight I just want to invite you into a new journey. Since 2015, I've been recording my surgeries and my recoveries in an effort to help others through their battles and to help them remember to never give up, including myself. Because I've actually used some of those videos. I think my first one was back in 2015 with my hand surgery. During some of the surgeries after that, I would watch that video because I remember it felt like I would never be able to close my hand again. It was just so swollen, but here we are. And it helps remind me that even when the times I can't see, there is hope and God is always with me. And it has proved to be invaluable. But the third reason is this. Those videos are going to be so important when and as I write this story. And as I look back at some of the videos, some of them are very hard to look back on. It's not easy to look back on what I've survived and what I've been through. Those are hard moments and hard to reflect on, but they are essential to the story that I tell because those pieces are so important to really be able to describe and, just be able to exemplify God's glory in my story and in my life. So it's not one of those stories where like, this is my story, blah, blah, blah. No, I've actually created a fairy tale. So writing this story has been quite the experience and quite the journey on its own. I really feel like I've been a piece of it and in this story that I'm just creating. And I'm not creating it for any other purpose than for writing for God. Honest to goodness, that I'm writing for God. So I'm going to write it. I don't care who likes it, who reads it, who doesn't like it, what people have to say. I really don't care because I have one mission, and it's to tell the story of God's glory for Him. So when I write it, it's going to be a gift right back to Him. Okay, so we'll see what happens, but it's been quite the experience, and I think I'm going to start just logging what this journey is. And just a quick story is that I did start this journey and I had it outlined on my computer software and blah, blah, blah. But I went to a few writing retreats and they started sharing some techniques. So I thought, oh, those are good ideas. Let me try. And when I did it, one of them being doing your outline on actual just paper index cards, right? So here I have it. And as I did it, even though I had it on the computer and my journal, this is my journal from years ago. So this tells it all. It's hard to read a lot of parts of this. So that's been difficult. But this is just how God works when you are actually doing His work. Is I put it out, and as I put it out and I laid it on the table and I'm like, oh my gosh, this story isn't the way I thought it was going to be, but God is showing me how He needs it to be. And I'm like, what? And it's like I'm going on this journey and God is holding my hand through the process. And like I'm still learning the things that He needed me to learn. So it's been quite emotional, quite it's just been very exciting. It's very exciting. And I like excitement. The problem is time, right? I don't have a lot of time to put into it, which makes me sad. And it becomes overwhelming because right now at work it's very overwhelming. I'm just like I get on campus and bam, I don't stop. Often running and often stay later. And by the time I get home, I'm just exhausted and I fall asleep. So the point is I need to find that time, because if I do not put God as my center and I know that He is calling me to write this story for whatever reason, I have to make time. So please pray for me. Time is what I need. Time and energy to put into it. But I did a little bit of writing today. Not sure where He's going with it, but then after I stopped writing, because I got frustrated, it took me forever to write one paragraph. It's like I just couldn't get the thoughts out. And I put it down, and I just got up, did some laundry, did some, ate down and ate dinner, and then I was like, oh, and I started to see it, and I'm like, oh, see, Nina's trying to do it her way, and God's like, Nina, chill, relax, girl. I got you. I'm going to guide you through this process. All you have to do is trust me. That's right. So I'm trusting Him, and the ideas are coming little by little, and we will see where this journey continues to take me. But super excited about this project, and there's another one that I'm going to do, another technique. It's going to take some time. and it's going to be a little intense. It's not going to be easy. My story of my life has not been easy, and it's hard to go back and look, but here we are. And at Mass today, Father did a good sermon, and he was talking about, when we get to a point where we are going through life and we're like, I just don't have time. I don't have time to pray a little bit more. Then that's a problem, right? And for me, I have to reflect on that, because I'm like, okay, that's how I get, but with this writing, I don't have time to write this book, but yet I know God's calling me to, so I need to reframe, rethink, and make the time. So please pray that I find my way, because I feel that's my struggle. So I'm ready to battle and take this on, even if it's just a little bit every night or 3 times a night. Let's not get crazy, right? That's what I have to do. And then they played this song at Holy Communion, at communion, and I was like, and I share that piece of that song because in this journey of writing this book, that is how, and God is always talking to me through music, and it's at the right moment that certain songs come up with things that he's guiding me with. And in this case is this story. And so as I'm hearing this song, I'm like, I started seeing another part of another chapter. And this, the funny thing is, nothing is in order. So it's like a big puzzle. So any writers out there, have you ever felt like that? It's just, you get ideas, you write them down, and then you piece them together like a puzzle. I think I've always been that writer. Now that I look back, even like when I was getting my degrees and writing my research papers, and, the big one for my master's program, I always was that puzzle piecing writer. So I'm super excited the way that God inspires me, and the gifts that he gives me, and how I can see him in everything in this journey. So it's very special, and I can't wait to continue sharing this journey with you. So until next time, I'll see you later. It's time for Advent. We're going to light our first candle, a little Advent praying ceremony. Talk to you later.